We've heard that one of the best things to do here in Ho Chi Minh City, aka Saigon, is a food tour.
But not just any food tour, we're going around this crazy city on the back of some motorbikes where they'll take us to all different food spots.
But we're not doing this crazy food tour alone. Hugh and Siobhan will be joining us. You might know them from a few of our previous videos, but we are currently sitting outside their fancy hotel because they're not on a budget trip, unlike us. Yeah.
Okay, man. Yo!
Don't think I got it.
So our first meal is called Bánh Xèo, and I believe it's a Vietnamese pancake type dish, but it's not your average pancake. You actually wrap it up in like different herbs and lettuce.
Then you hold your finger here, and then you try to roll it.
I've gone with the vegetarian option.
For the vegetarian version, inside we have bean shroud mango.
And then you, of course, mix it with some fish sauce. It's really good. Stacey and Hugh went with the shrimp.
We have some shrimp, pork, mung bean, and then bean sprout. And then you see like the yellow color here. They make from turmeric powder and mixed with dry flour and coconut milk.
Thoughts?
It was good.
We also had some Bánh Khot, which are these like small little cake type things, but they're not sweet. They're not what you think. They're savoury, but you pour coconut milk over the top of them, and then you also dip them in the fish sauce. But they were really good. It shouldn't work, but it does work.
It's good. I like that one.
And both those meals are kind of food for special occasions here in Vietnam, especially for sharing. And now we're rolling up the mint in between our hands to get rid of the fish sauce smell. That was really good. Off to a flying start.
We also got some tea at this stop as well. We're heading to our next stop where we're going to have a bit more of a snack.
We're already at our second food stop, just about 5 minutes down the road, and I hear it's got some banana in it, so we're going from savoury to a little bit sweet.
We have some Chuối Nếp Nướng, apologies for the pronunciation, but it's grilled banana and sticky rice. So I think Chuối is banana, Nếp is sticky rice, and Nướng means grilled. Essentially, I think the banana is like wrapped in the sticky rice, and then it's grilled and chopped up, added some coconut milk, some sesame seeds. It's going to be a bit sweeter than our last stop. But she did mention that salt is added to the coconut milk and it kind of balances out the sweetness with a bit of savoury. So interesting. It's like crispy on the outside.
New flavor.
It tastes good. It doesn't taste sweet, but like, I would eat that. It doesn't taste overly banana-y or overly coconutty. It's good.
Alrighty then.
Alright, before we stop for our next meal, we've been told we're going to do a little bit of exercise. We had a bit of a history lesson. Right behind me is the oldest apartment here in Ho Chi Minh City. It was built way back when for American soldiers, I believe, and they had one little tiny box apartment for themselves with a tiny kitchenette and like a living room / bedroom area. And now it's the most expensive place to live in District 3. I think, if I heard correctly, we are in District 3, which is the most popular district, but this area is one of the most expensive places. And one of our guides told us that to rent an apartment on the bottom floor of that building costs around 800 Australian dollars a month, which, as I'm sure you can imagine, is very expensive for a place in Vietnam. But location, location, location. So, ground floor of this apartment building is obviously the most expensive because easy access, storefronts, you name it. That leaves the upper floors with a bit of a problem because you don't want to park your scooter down there. We've been told that it can be borrowed forever, aka stolen. So what do? They either pay $80 a month to rent a parking spot for the scooter.
Is it 18?
80 or 18, unsure. Or they ride it up the ramp. So this is how they get the scooters up.
You ride up. You stay in the third floor, you need to ride up.
/ stairs. I would love to see that happen at home. Whew. This is definitely the exercise that we were warned about. How come we didn't ride the scooters up? And even though the people on the upper levels of this apartment building have the problem of the scooter and how they get it up, I mean, they have some pretty amazing views out onto the street below. Wow, that's so cool. Are the apartments up here the same size as the one downstairs? Yeah. I know that we're only 3 stopped into this food tour, but it has been incredible so far. We each have a guide driving us around on the motorbike. They all speak perfect English and they all know so much, so friendly. It's been so good, so worth it. We're not even halfway through it. If you guys are interested in this food tour, we'll link it in the description below, but we booked it with Get Your Guide. Loving it so far. Alright, we've already hopped back on the bikes. We just crossed what I think is one of the most dangerous roads we've ever been on in our entire life. There are literally hundreds of people going in one way, going in another way, and we're trying to get across it all, but we made it because our tour guides are amazing, great drivers. It was an amazing experience. Now we're walking through a flower market to get some noodles. It smells really good.
It's spicy. There's a lot of garlic inside.
Ho,
Tiếu.
tail.
Yes, open your mouth wider.
Our next meal is the ho, tail noodles. They're dry mixed noodles.
Okay, so for this one, you pour all the sauce here into your noodle bowl.
Okay.
After that, you mix it up. Yeah, and you eat one chopstick of the noodle. After that, you drink 1 spoon of the broth.
You alternate.
Yes, yeah, but separately.
Okay.
We don't eat together.
The broth is made up of hoisin sauce, garlic and chili oil. And then we've been instructed to have 1 mouthful of this noodles before then having a mouthful of the broth. The noodles are really chewy. It does taste a bit like mee goreng. It's yum.
So it's pork broth, cooked for 10 hours, so super flavorful. And then the noodles have some minced pork, some char siu pork, and then prawns as well. That's really good.
And because I've gone the vegetarian option, my broth has vegetables that were cooked also for 10 hours and then some vegetarian noodles. Really good. Oh yeah, I prefer that. That's like green tea. We are now having a wander through the flower market, and an interesting fact about the flower market is that it's actually open 24 hours a day. And the reason for that is because the trucks aren't allowed to drive on the streets during the day, they can only do it at night, and so the flower market stays open 24 hours and apparently it gets really busy around midnight, and the flowers are so pretty. A lot of them are grown on the Mekong River and Mekong Delta area. So colourful. Our guide is explaining that different coloured flowers are for different occasions, and often for a funeral they'll use white flowers in like a circle wreath to, I guess, symbolise the circle of life. So really interesting.
So we're having a snack now, some Vietnamese pizza and a drink. So we've got, Rosh and I are going to share a sugarcane juice and a beet tea.
We've actually got a celebrity joining us. It's Justin Bieber, everybody. The old school Justin Bieber. The fluffiest hair I've ever seen.
I thought you were saying beet, like beetroot.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we like mine. No, that's like beach tea. Oh, that's so good. That's really good.
Tastes like peach iced tea though.
That's better than peach iced tea. Okay, as they said, we're getting some Vietnamese pizza. It is rice paper with egg, corn, spring onion, and then we've got some mayonnaise, some ketchup, and sweet chili sauce on the top. So it's definitely not your Italian pizza, average Italian pizza.
Different. Nice. It's unusual.
Okay.
It's not as like sweet as you
Tastes like sweet grass. Like what I imagine
like
grass tastes like.
mild lemon or something.
You like this since?
Yes, actually,
It's a little bit lemony.
Kumquat.
Kumquat. Oh.
Tastes like, you know, when we were younger, we had the Gatorade powder. It tastes like
Oh
that.
yeah.
We have another little snack. It's a sweet potato balloon. It's interesting because it's coated in chocolate syrup, but also powdered cheese. But it kind of works. I don't know why. But we're absolutely stuffed and we're not even finished yet. We're 99% full, but we've got 1 more percent to go. Dessert.
Always have room for dessert.
That's right, always room for dessert. So we've got 1 more stop. It's gonna be ice cream, but that's all I know about it.
I'm so bloated and full. Oh my god, we have eaten very well.
So we're here on Market Food Street and we're gonna have a bit of ice cream. Coconut ice cream.
So the flavours of ice cream that we could choose from were avocado, durian, coconut, or some sort of lychee mixed with avocado. We were all a little bit too afraid to go with the durian, but I am going to try it.
This one, it makes like ice cream already, so it's not really sticky anymore.
No, it's
actually
not
not
too
bad.
bad. Don't away from me.
Can't tell.
I think it's hard to eat something when it smells not very nice. It's not that bad.
It's fine.
It tastes like onion.
Onion. Oh, a little bit. Or like horseradish.
Yeah. Like a horseradish.
Your turn, Stacey.
I don't know what it tastes like. So we have coconut ice cream with some like shaved coconut on top, and then like avocado smoothie on the bottom. It's so interesting. It's so weird.
I do really like avocado, but in certain situations, like with feta cheese or tomatoes. No, I can't. The coconut ice cream's really good. I just can't get over. I don't like it. And just like that, we are back at our homestay after our massive food tour. What did you think?
It was awesome, honestly. We did one in Hanoi as well, which we loved, but it's so cool having done one in the north, one in the south, and the food was completely different. And I think the cool thing is you're not eating the Vietnamese foods that come to mind. Like, it wasn't pho, it wasn't banh mi. It was all stuff we hadn't heard of, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
Some mix of sweet and savory. Our guides, there were 4 guides because there were 4 of us. We each got our own bike, and they were all so good, so fun. Really loved it.
Highly, highly recommend. As I said earlier, the link to the tour that we did is in the description below, and we can't recommend it enough. Now, if you do use it to book your own tour, it's an affiliate link, so we get a bit of a kickback from that. So thank you very much if you do, but can definitely recommend it. It was the best food tour we've ever done on our almost full year of traveling full time.
It's probably the most food we've eaten in a single day. It was a lot of food. You will not go hungry, but it was so good.
Not sure if you can tell, but I've got the food sweats. But if you made it to this part of the video, thank you very much for watching. Give it a like if you liked it, and comment down below what you think your favorite food that we ate today would be.
If you want to check out some more of our travels, click here to check out our time in Canmore. Or if you're wanting to see a bit more of our time in Vietnam, click here to see our time in Hoi An.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye.